Alright, here we are, everybody. Pathfinder 2E goodness with a little remaster thrown in. Episode 94. After our last session, pick up where we left off. We got a whole slew of players tonight. We got Kat returning. We got Jesse in there. Fred will be missing out. Cypher, Rachel, might be joining late tonight. We'll see. Most likely she will, but we'll see. So yeah, we got a full house tonight. That's good. So let's jump right into this. No dilly-dallying. We're starting early tonight. Got a great session planned. Let's introduce all the players tonight. Tell me about your character, who you're playing tonight. Any expectations about how it's going to go down? Let us know. We're going to start with Jesse. Go ahead, Jess. Introduce yourself.
Sorry, I was muted.
You are.
Hey guys, this is Jesse, and I play Valfor, one of our many fighters. Valfor is the two-handed weapon specialist of the group. Very impetuous. Has gotten us in trouble a couple times. Something to note about Valfor is he never, ever is without his armor, even when he sleeps. Kind of unusual, but yeah.
Glad to have you, Jesse. We've also got Kat tonight. She's joining us once again, doing an awesome job with our cleric, one of our clerics, Martova. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Kat.
Well, I'm Kat, and I play Martova, the one of the clerics. I like to call her a battle cleric for the mere fact that she has a scimitar that does a hefty amount of damage, if I do say so myself. And I personally believe I don't know what could happen tonight. I mean, there's what, 4, maybe 3 people who are getting whipped around by this thing, and who knows what it can do. I mean, for all we know, it could go down in a couple of hits, or it could be something that just doesn't go down at all. So that's what I believe. I don't know what'll happen.
Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah,
I hope you're
we
ready.
are.
Awesome. Thanks, Kat, for playing tonight. Ryan, you make cameo appearances in the campaign. Every now and then, there you are. And tonight is one of those nights. We're glad to have you. So, yeah, tell us about your character, Lofter. You've been in the campaign for quite a while, so what's he been up to? And introduce yourself, too, while you're at it.
Indeed. He's been hard at work, laying down the law back at Otari. He hears the companions need a little bit of help, so he's going to be coming in. If you were to see him in the Rowdy Rockfish or just walking along, you'd probably see this intimidating, broad-shouldered male Ulfin, read Viking, warrior with the long blonde hair and beard. He's adorned with hide armor, a long sword sheathed at his waist, and left arm is it brandishes a large round wooden shield, and a brown feathered hawk, Valhan, accompanies Lofter either on his shoulder or perched close by, depending where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you, man. It's been a while. Hope you have a good time tonight. And next up we have probably our newest player, but he's had a few sessions now, so he's an old veteran now. That's Ted. You doing, Ted?
We are doing well today. A lot better than who I'm playing tonight. Tonight I'm playing, again, Father Cadwin playing Sunforge, a dwarven battle cleric, who currently finds himself in quite the predicament. How it's going to go tonight really depends on how it all starts out. This could be a really good, really long session for me, or it could be really quick. We'll find out one way or the other.
Yeah, we will. Cross your fingers. Pray to the gods. Who's your character's god?
It would be Trud.
Trud. The son of Gorham? Or is it Gorham?
No, he's the son of the main dwarvish god. His name escapes me at the moment, but he's the youngest son of that dwarvish god.
Gotcha. Well, that's awesome. Torag?
Torag, I believe you're right.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. All right. We're gonna... Thanks, Ted. We're gonna go on to Kyle. Kyle's back once again.
Yes, sir. Never left. I'm Kyle. I'll be playing Bjorn. He's our other frontline fighter, but Jess, Valivor, with a bit of cleric, a bit fanatical, 7'1", 290, kind of a hard hitting. Doesn't really say a whole lot. Matter of fact, I don't think anybody's ever heard him laugh. Kind of very pinpoint, very direct. As far as expectations go, I'm playing with the fam, so it can go whichever way it wants to. I'm gonna have a good time either way.
Awesome. And thanks for that, Kyle. And we've got Dizzy again returning.
Well, name's Dizzy. I play Agatha Withertree. Wow, nearly pronounced that name wrong.
Wicker Basket? Agatha Wicker Basket?
She is I play as a witch. She is as what some have been calling her, a dark horse of the group. She can be calm one moment, completely chaotic the next. Never really truly showing her hand as what she is capable of, but only glimpses. And as to what tonight's gonna hold, I cannot say. That's only in her hands that she tends to show.
I can't hear you, Fritz.
Okay. Thanks for that, Dizzy. Alright, so that's our cast for tonight. And again, Rachel might be popping in late. She's playing Cypher. She's the elven bard of the group. Quite a roguish individual. But yeah, we'll see. So, Kyle, why don't you give us a recap? You'll get an extra hero point for this, so you'll start the session with 2. We did our snacks before the live stream here, so everybody's got a hero point. Kyle's going to get a second for his recap, and Ted got 2 bonus hero points, so he's starting the session off with 3 for bringing exactly the same snack I brought, which I won't mention. Werther's caramels. But yeah, seems to be a thing here, the old Werther's.
Sponsor.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what's going on. And Kyle, go for it. Give us a brief backstory on what happened. Set us up for this tonight's session.
We pretty much picked up where we left off. We were in that room we had just fought all these cultists. We were kind of trying to make up a plan for what to do next. We heard Caedwyn heard something slithering away from the northeastern door. Bjorn heard something slithering away from I believe it was the southwestern door. And so we decided we were going to head down the southeastern door. We were then confronted by a couple doors, and we went to the one to the right, and we had found more of these cultists. Had a pretty good engagement with those guys. Decided to take one prisoner to try to get some information. That did not go to plan. Basically, Bjorn beat a cultist literally to pieces trying to get just the basic information. So we left from there. We found a creature in a cell. We opened it up, and it just wanted to be let free. So we let it go. went back into the main room, and I believe Caitlin had already started going up the steps to the north, and things got real in a hurry. We encountered 2 o-Wisps. These ones were kind of different than the ones we normally have seen. They were not the bright and bold and fiery type. They were more of the soft and the grayish type of creatures. So we engaged those creatures. We actually managed to defeat one of them. Yeah, there you go, Fritz. We actually managed to defeat one of them, and yeah, not in a real good spot. We definitely took quite a beating. Caedwin is down. I know Agatha went down a few times. And then you have Bjorn and Droud chasing after the last one, trying to finish this fight. Yeah, that was pretty intense combat. Pretty much every which way but loose there for a while. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to pick up. Kind of things went sideways in a hurry. Hopefully, but with backup coming, hopefully be able to even the odds a bit.
Okay. Thanks for that, Kyle. Give yourself an extra hero point.
Got it.
And let me see here. I'm going to try and move my token HUD here. Put it over here. So, last left off, there was a brutal battle being fought. Right in the middle of a combat. Seems to be a thing for our group. We like to end sessions in the middle of a combat. Had quite a few combats last session, so yeah, it made sense. And things are looking desperate. We got Bjorn flanking this will-o-wisp of a creature along with Draug. And of course Agatha and the dwarf, who already went down once, wounded. I think Draug is wounded too, so he's really in dire straits. He needs to treat wounds. Medicine check is what he needs. Get rid of that wounded condition. He's currently dying. But Agatha is awake and conscious. She's in bad shape too, but she's back there with them. And just as this battle is going on here in this stepped stone, we have Lofter, who's made his way, for whatever reason, I'm sure he'll fill us in, has made his way back into the gauntlet to find his friends, his fellow companions. Making his way to the safe room, where he stumbles upon Martova, who he's seen about town here and there, but doesn't really know her. She's surprised that she's joining the companions. But he also sees an old friend, Valifor, the boyish fighter, impetuous as ever. He seems to be muttering under his voice about the frustration of being so drained and just not up to par, trying to rest. But it's to no avail, and he's eager to get back to the fight as soon as possible. And with the arrival of Lofter, it's time to rumble. You guys have decided to make haste. Now, Lofter, this is all new to you. They lead you down through what they call the prison level. It just feels evil. Demons and their presence can be felt and occasionally seen. Black ichor staining the walls where battles were fought, ripped apart carcasses of demons that were slain, evidence of Bjorn's handiwork, and perhaps Valifor as well. They lead you to what looks like a shaft descending maybe 100 feet down into the darkness below. There's 4 chains, one at each corner of this shaft. Martova assures you that down below there is an elevator. It'll take hours to fix it and make it work properly, so to really get through this shaft, you've been climbing the chains. Now, I'm going to assume all 3 of you, being trained in athletics, can get down there without any check. We're not going to bother with that. You take some time, but you make your way climbing these chains. 100 or so feet. Reaching the bottom, you can hear, faintly, in the distance to the east, the sounds of battle. Drawing your weapon, Lofter, you lead the party to the east. And discover that there's no way to go that direction. You need to jump on one of the boats. You do so. There's a pier with some boats. You jump on one of those boats, and the 3 of you make way across this stagnant green water through a mist that hangs heavy in the air. It's not too much of a distance, maybe 50 feet. You go along the shore on this little boat, and you reach what looks like another pier. You dock the boat, you make off the pier, and there you see a doorway heading south. That's where the screams were coming, says Martova. And you begin to travel this corridor. This is where you are now. There is a branch off to the west that's right behind you that ends in a closed door. You do see that. But the sounds are up ahead. The door is open just a crack. You push it open, Lofter, and there you see a lit room. This room has 4 large pillars, the bodies of slain creatures. They look like some type of humanoid creatures dressed in black. They've been slain. There's 6 of them. There's also, in the eastern portion of this room, it looks like there was a cauldron here that was cooking something, but the embers of the fire that once filled the air of this room, the smell of something cooking, has died down considerably. And it's then that you hear the clash of battle. Once again, you hear what sounds like steel crashing against stone. You hear the scream of, it's got to be Agatha. Sounds very familiar. Very close by. And this happens as soon as you open the portal to this room. So I've rolled initiative for you. You're in the initiative. Martova, you'll be going first. You're in the center of this group of Valafor and Lofter. You carry the torch. All right. Behind you is Valafor, who will be going next in initiative. So you guys can react to whatever is going on. You're not sure. So you're going into this blind, but you sense your friends are in a battle up ahead. I will give you that. Agatha, you'll be next, third in initiative. You guys don't know anything about their arrival. Lofter, even though you lead the group, you're probably going to be dead last. That's okay. It's been a while. All right, so, yeah, with that, we're ready to begin. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead, Martova. You're up. You get 3 actions. Let us continue this combat.
Probably step past Lofter there, so I can get ahead of him. See what's further in the room.
The sounds are coming from here, this direction here, where there's an open door.
And then Martova will probably take another step, maybe 10 feet in. So she's in the dead center of the room. And so she's going to try to discern what may be happening, sorta, by the base of the sounds.
So this is the room where there are 6 bodies that have been slain. There was a battle in this room. That's pretty obvious. Now, this copper thing, this bronze thing up here, that was actually like that's where the cooking was. There was something cooking on there. You don't know what it was. There's nothing there now. And the embers are dying down. And these are pillars, by the way, that reach all the way up to the ceiling. Now, the sounds were coming from the northeast, which is this direction. You do see a door. And you see a light emanating from that door. So there's something going on up there. Anything else? You got 2 actions, I think.
I'm trying to think. Wait. And then Martova would probably look back at Lofter and Balfour, and in a semi-calm voice, but with steadily getting higher panic, just sort of say, I do believe that they're in there, but what's happening with them, I can't tell. For all I know,
it's pretty obvious there's a battle.
Well,
you got
getting,
this.
They might just be getting thrown around in there like carcasses.
Only one way to find out.
Anything else, Martova? So you're kind of sitting in there curious. You're not really sure what to do next. So you look to your friends.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on then.
I think that's all I can do.
Velafor, you're up. I don't think there's any doubt what he's going to do. Rawr.
Velafor, by instinct, clicks, hears the sound of battle, and just blindly runs right towards it.
There's one action. There's 2 actions. How far do you want to go, Jess?
How far away is that? What is it?
About 25
Will-o-wisp?
feet.
Will-o-wisp?
25?
25?
25, 30
Yeah,
feet.
30 feet.
30 feet from you. You could spend your last action to get up there by Bjorn if you wanted.
Yep, just get me up there.
Gotcha.
All right. Okay, spend all 3 actions. Moving, striding into the room. Now I'll assume your sword is out, your weapon is out.
Always.
All right, so you're done. We're going to go to Agatha. Now, Agatha, you see Velafor come rushing into the room at this point. So feel free to react to that as you take your turn.
As she looks up, seeing Velafor rush by, she's going to cast guidance on him. And then for Cadwin, is he in a dying state or is he up on his feet? I can't remember.
He's dying too.
Last 2 actions, she's going to cast Stabilize on him.
Okay. So you reach over and touch him. And the blue aura begins to cover his body and pulse where his wounds are. Your dying condition is removed. You're no longer dying, but you are now wounded. Weren't you already wounded too?
Was that wounded? Shows that wounded 1. I don't know was it or not.
You should be at wounded 3. Yeah, you're at wounded 3 because you're unconscious now. So as soon as you came out of wounded or dying, you're now an extra wounded. So wounded 3. And you're still unconscious. Someone has to do something to wake you up, slap you around, or, A few minutes go by and you'll naturally wake up. That it, Dizzy?
That's all she can do.
All right, Cadwin, since you're no longer dying, you're up, so you don't have to make a check to see if you die, so you're good with that. But you are unconscious, so there's nothing you can do.
So Cadwin will do what any good unconscious dwarf would do, and he'll lay there unconscious.
Excellent, excellent. All right, at least you don't have to use any hero points. All right, now it's the creature's turn. Who? Hold on. I gotta read something here. Dread flickering. Jesse needs to make a fortitude save. He ended his turn within the flickering light of this creature, so let's get that out of the way. He's got to make a will save.
That was fortitude, sorry.
That's a will save. No problem. You're not immune to it, though. Okay, so Agatha, you as well, I think, have to make it. 5, 10, 15,
You said a will
20,
save?
25, 30. Yeah, make a will save.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Never mind. The range is only 20 feet. You're safe.
Okay.
You're safe. You're not bothered by the flickering dark ember lights. Of course, Kyle, you see this creature.
Mm-hmm.
He has moved behind you, right behind Valafor. Of course, nobody else sees this, but you can see invisibility. You can see where he is. Because you can see him and he moved, you can use an attack of opportunity or a reactive strike.
I will do so.
So go ahead and make your attack.
Hit normal.
Okay, you cleave into it.
21 points of slashing damage. And you said right behind Valafor, right?
And he's now flying. He flew right behind Valafor. So you could see exactly where he is. So let's see. Attack, and then he's going to use this. Effect the dread weapon defeats on a creature's despair. The dread weapon regains 2d6 hit points and gets 3d8 void damage on a creature. The range is... where's the range? 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. It's going to choose you, Witch. Because you are drained. That's one of the requirements here. So you're going to be subject to 2d6 hit points. Or no, sorry, 3d8 void. Let me roll that. This will make him visible too, I think. You're going to take 13 points of void damage. Dizzy.
Okay.
not sure why, but you feel the presence weighing heavy on you. This darkness. It has to be something to do with the creature. It was very overwhelming before. You know it. He must be close by. And you're filled with despair, especially as you look toward the dwarf, your companion. His wounds are grievous. All right, so he's done. And he's also visible. And there it appears. We're going to go to Bjorn. You're up next. You're immune to the fear effects as well, Bjorn. You know exactly where he is. You make your move.
Yep. So the creature should be off guard now. I'm using Valifor, and as he turns to run, he's going to actually look at Valifor. About time. I could use you. And, yeah, going to, see what kind of offense we can muster up here. I will hero point that. Why not?
You miss.
Hit normal. Be another 24 points slashing damage. Why not? Let's give it a go. Nope. That's all I got.
All right, Bjorn. You spot him, you watch him, you move to an advantageous position where he is between you and Valifor. You weigh into him heavily with your sword. You do manage to cut through the wispy creature, but quite effectively. Lofter?
Yes, I'm gonna hustle to the door. First action. First, kind of getting the lay of the land. Shield raised. Is that another action?
Mm-hmm.
Raise shield is an action.
Raise shield, okay, yeah. And if it's an actual action on my character sheet, let me know.
There you go.
Oops, I think that's the shield spell. I don't think that's raise shield. Let me turn that off.
I have the macro on my bar, so if I click on him, I should be able to...
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right, cool, thank you. Okay, just assessing.
One more action.
Sorry, first time I've seen the map here. So. I will. All right, I'm gonna get right up next to Bjorn. A second, and my turn.
Okay, Draug. Yeah, he's going to follow up and weigh into this as best he can. Not raging.
Yep. No, not raging, but he's kind of closing that door between, kind of boxing it between Bjorn and Valifor. And he's going to swing with that glaive, and missed. And he's going to try it again. Miss. Next.
All right, we're going into round 11. Martova. Your friends have all run up that corridor, up beyond that door. Sounds like battle. What do you do?
Alright. I'm gonna move in. Because, Alright, now let me check something here. Let me see here. Hold up. How far is this thing from me? Oh my word, my mouse is having an aneurysm.
I just got a call, guys. I'll be back.
All right,
Okay,
Jesse.
I got you.
All right.
Hold on, I gotta check something.
It's about 30 feet from you.
Perfect. Perfect place to be. Let me see here. Alright. That's it. I've been prepared for this. Needle darts time, baby. Alright. So I go ahead and cast it?
Hmm? 2 actions to do so. Click where it says
Yeah.
needle darts. Then you roll your attack. Hit the attack button. Who's your target? No, never mind. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Alright, it's going to be a little... not too hard to hit him, because there's
30.
steps there. But he won't be as easy to hit.
30.
30, that's going to be a hit.
Alright, roll damage.
Just hit.
And then, let me see here. Damage. $11.
Okay, 11 points of piercing damage. Magical piercing damage. Keyword magical. And it's then that you realize that these darts seem to have no effect on this creature whatsoever. They just bounce off the stone and the walls where it would otherwise go through this creature and damage it. It had no effect on him.
Oh, brother.
Valifor is next.
Our attack. I will hero point that. Why not?
Okay,
Hit.
it's a hit.
Normal. And this is with power attack, so
There's a button to click on for him to turn it on.
3d12 here. Yep. 27 points slashing damage.
27 points.
That thing's probably dead.
Splatteroony! Congratulations to Valifor, who isn't here to savor the victory of his power attack. Go ahead and describe it for him, Kyle.
Yeah, seeing this creature now suddenly appear behind him and seeing Bjorn run down, Valifor just kind of spins on his heels, flipping his hands together with his great action, just nearly missing Drow, but he brings it slashing down into this will-o'-the-wisp, and it catches and actually splits the skull in half, like it severs the entire top of the mandible, and it just kind of does whatever will-o'-the-wisp do whenever you defeat him, kind of crumples to dust, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, so we're out of combat, but I'm going to stay in encounter mode. Just to keep track of it. Is anybody dying? No. Yeah, okay. So once again, the silence returns to the companions. You hear the heavy breathing of those engaged close to this creature. Valifor is feeling pretty good now. He feels like he came to the rescue of his much-in-need companions. As has Lofter, who's made his appearance after a long absence. The dwarf is unconscious at the foot of the steps, looking quite dire. Martova, you're close by. Perhaps you need some healing. You also look and see the witch, who's also cut up really bad, but she's awake. What do you guys do?
Bjorn will actually do battle medicine on Agatha. Because are we still in combat?
No.
Then I can do it to both of them.
Okay.
I'll touch your shoulder as you're walking by and give you guidance.
I have assurance, so I don't even have to roll for it.
Ah, okay.
Are you doing it on just yourself and me, or who are you doing it on?
For right now, you.
Okay. While you're doing that to Agatha, Agatha's going to be waving Martova over, desperately motioning towards Cadwin.
And then I'll give Caitlin one as well. Yeah.
Is that 19 health I get back there, Bjorn?
Yeah, that's 19 for you and 13 for Caedmon.
Okay.
So is this treat wounds?
Yes.
Alright, that'll take away your wounded conditions.
And then seeing Martova come in, he kind of nods to her and kind of hands the wounded off to her and goes back up to meet with Lofter.
So Marto would probably walk in, kind of stand near where Cadwin is, and just use a heal spell on him. Let's see here. So just hit cast?
Yes.
Alright.
And then down at the bottom, it should give you an option for 1, 2, or 3 action heal.
Yeah. 2. Alright. Oh, let's see here. 36.
You go, guys. Well done. Bjorn will actually treat wounds on Draug as well. And as he's doing so, he looks up to Lofter. We meet again, Lofter. It's been a long time.
Seems you have some new friends. And he looks over at Draug.
Indeed. Last time I saw you, you threw me in a cell.
Bygones be bygones.
I was pretty drunk and disorderly and starting a bar fight. I deserved my time there.
That you were.
Though I am surprised, Lofter.
At me being here?
No, at the fact that it took 4 guardsmen to simply escort me out of the bar.
You don't know your own strength, brother.
So it would seem. Good to see you.
Aye.
This has been a mess. And then he'll kind of go over and kind of fill Lofter in on this fight, what happened with the prisoner, the other prisoner that we let go. And he's kind of saying that loud enough to like give Balafor and Martova kind of a rundown of what's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
So after all the healing and everything that's been going on, Cadwin will come to. He'll hold his head and just kind of slowly sit himself up. Just kind of looking around, seeing the new faces, and just kind of watching for a second. Not seeing Bjorn trying to hack anybody down. He'll just assume they're all friendly. He remembers Balafor. Balafor's the one that got him down in this mess. I mean, down in this place. And he'll just eventually make his way back to his feet.
Cadwin, welcome back. Apologies, I did what I could for you.
Oh, what did I miss? What was that?
Those were creatures I have fought a few times here, o-Wisps. They're nearly immune to all of our magical abilities. Unfortunately so.
Oh, I was a right nasty bugger then.
Indeed, and that other room where I was staying during that ambush, there was 4 in there, so I highly recommend we don't go picking a fight with them at this time.
Agatha's just gonna reach up and pat Martova on the head.
Cadwin, this is Lofter. He's the sergeant of the Atari Guard.
Martova was just kind of just standing there, just whether she's zoned out or she's simply trying to process what has happened in the last 10, 15 minutes. Who knows? Who knows what's going on in that head of hers?
Caden will recover his warhammer. As he does so, he'll look at Mortova and nod his head in thanks. I appreciate the heals there. It's quite talented.
And Martova would look over at Cadwin and she'd simply nod her head.
Agatha's going to be gathering up her staff, looking extremely drained from using a lot of her spells. And then she's going to start making her way up the stairs. As she's passing the fighter, she's going to look at Bjorn and go, "We need to decide what we're going to be doing next. I'm going to go up the stairs and see what's up there."
Wait a moment. If you remember, whenever we first arrived here, we saw a light that changed color. And that's where we first heard of this Earthagal or whatever. He might be dwelling up that way. I would not pick a fight with him in our diminished capacity.
She'll nod and she'll go, "I understand. I will stay within close range, but I have to move, or I feel like this might become our tomb if we continue to stay at one spot."
Indeed, we need to fall back into the other chamber. Just stay behind me. Martova!
Martova would look over.
Good to see you.
Same to you, Bjorn.
I believe you still owe me an ale for saving your digits at the elevator.
And as he says that, Martova, you can feel the ground beneath your feet suddenly shake. There is a tremor. You all can feel it. There's a low rumble from beneath your feet.
What is it now?
And as you all pause, not knowing what to do or what to expect, you all suddenly feel a cold air coming from the doorway to the south. The portal that you used to enter this stairway. A cold air of despair hits you, Martova, as well as the dwarf, who's now awake and conscious at this stage. He could easily be jostled awake. And eventually it hits your faces as well, Lofter. And Bjorn.
Martova's just simply going to turn around and look into the previous chamber in concern, and then kind of walk into the room to see if there's anything in there, or it was just simply a breeze.
You see nothing that you haven't seen before, although you notice what little light is emanating from the burning embers to the southeast in that cauldron area. I mean, it is lit here, but also your torch is lit. You can see your torch begin to flicker wildly. I'm going to roll. Go ahead and roll a d6. It's going to go out on a roll of 3 or greater, or 1 to 3. There's a 3 in 6 chance it goes out as soon as you step in.
Just like roll a d6?
Just a straight up d6, no modifiers. 1 to 3 it goes out. Okay, it stays lit. You managed to kind of put it back into the chamber behind you and kind of cover it from the air directly hitting it. And suddenly the door that you came through to get in this chamber slams. You can feel a gust of air hit you as the door slams.
Oh boy.
And again, as you all shift your stance and move your positions, Agatha, you're well in the back. We're going to pause the game because because something is about to happen.
Oh no.
There behind you, at the top of the steps, a mere 10 feet from you, Agatha, something begins to appear. A vision, a wisp, a white glow begins to appear. And this is what you see.
Oh, dear God.
Oh yeah, party time.
And with
Yes,
a cackle,
sirree.
with a cackle and a scream piercing the air, at last, I have met those who've intruded into my grounds. You see this woman, magnificently dressed, but somehow transparent in a way. She looks very much displeased. You have come into my domain. Your petty attempts to stop me are to no avail. We're gonna roll initiative.
One fight after another. Hell, I'm down for it. Let's kick some ass.
Welcome back, Alofter.
Yeah. Is this who I think it is?
Yeah.
I hope to God that's not Valcora. I pray to God it's not.
He was using that voice.
Oh, God.
Oh boy. Can I re-roll my initiative? Because I only got a 1.
Yeah, if you got a hero point.
Yeah, I got a hero point.
Did you bring snacks tonight?
Yeah.
All right, what'd you bring?
I had the Twix and the hot chocolate.
I gave you your hero point. We did the snack thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. All right.
So can I re-roll?
With the hero point, you can.
Alright.
So, is the creature back here with Agatha, or is it up there with Martova?
You're about to find out.
Uh-oh. I can't re-roll.
Let me see where you are. I'll fix it for you. Go ahead.
Thank you. How do I use the hero point with it?
Just deduct a hero point. I think you left
Oh.
click on your hero point on your character sheet. Just
Yeah.
that removes
Alright.
it. Either
Alright.
right click or left click. One adds, one deducts.
Yeah, it's left. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Nice dice.
That's much better.
All right, begin encounter. Here we go.
Alright.
Suddenly appearing very close to you, Agatha, you see her. There she is. And she is first.
Oh.
Of course she is. Let me put this in here. Close this. All right. Let me see. How far away are you, Agatha, from Lofter? About 20 feet? 20 feet.
Lofter is 30 feet, so is Valor.
Alright, so... all of you. As you begin to hear her words change from that which can be understood and are clear to something arcane and mystical. She begins to swirl her left hand in the air in circular patterns. And a glowing red throbbing pulse begins to appear around her hand. And it shoots out directly towards the center of your group, there where Bjorn stands. All of you, including Agatha, Your mind is suddenly hit with a burst of apocalyptic destruction. You begin to envision death and decay, burning cities, everything. Apocalypse is upon you. It's all lost. All of it. It's for naught. You see fire. You hear screams. Your mind is filled with this vision, including you, Martova. You're all going to have to make a will save. Unfortunately, this is a basic will save. So make your roll and tell me what you get. Go ahead.
$28 for Bjorn.
27 for Agatha.
21.
$21 for Valor.
16 for Lofter.
Jesus.
Yeah, that ain't good.
No.
95 for Cadman.
What'd you get? 25, 35? 35.
35.
Ah, your faith is
Wow.
strong. All right.
Can I hero point that?
You want to hero point it? Do so. It's public,
Yeah.
so yeah. Go ahead.
That's better.
24.
Oops.
All right.
Oh, would my bird need to take it too?
No.
No. No.
You left him in the back hallway. Thankfully,
Oh.
actually.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I kind of meant to for him to come, but that's okay.
Don't worry about it. I got you.
Okay.
All right. Wait a minute. Let me. Okay. Let me make a note here. All right. I need. Well, let's do this. Damage. Everybody is going to take 40 points of mental damage. The thoughts and visions filling your mind, they actually almost drive you insane. 40 points of mental damage, everybody.
Oh.
It's terrible. Now, for Valifor, oh, I'm sorry, there is one exception. Let me back up. That 40 points does not apply to the dwarf. Your faith is strong, Cadwin. You take half that damage. You take 20. So effectively give yourself 20 hit points back. You got a success. All right. Okay.
All set.
All right. Now for Valifor and Martova. The visions are quite dark for you. I need you to make a reflex save.
Oh boy, okay.
17.
Let me see here. Oh, that's bad. 19. I would re-roll that, but I don't have another hero point.
Neither does Valafor.
Huh. All right. Well, first of all, you're going to take 20 more points of damage, both of you, Valafor and Mortova. So 20 more points of mental damage. So do that. In addition, so you effectively took
60.
Actually, it should be a total of 80. So I'm sorry. It's another 40 points of damage. So 80 points.
Oh, that means Martova's down.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So put yourself at dying 2, Martova.
Okay.
Because it was a critical fail on your save. So you take double damage, and you're going to take 2 wounds. Is Valafor still up?
Yes, barely.
All right, everybody else just failed, and as far as the dwarf was concerned, he passed, so he took half damage. So he took 20 points, everybody else took 40 mental damage, and Martova and Valafor took 80 points of damage because they failed. In addition, because they failed, they also had to make a reflex save. This is against something more dark and terrifying, as the images you're all seeing, this apocalyptic vision, take hold of both Valafor and... Well, not really now because she's dying, so she goes unconscious. You're filled with nightmares. We'll leave it with that, Martova. All is over for you. The world is black as you fall, dying. But Valafor, he had to make another save. He failed it as well. And what's going to happen to him is he is going to be stunned 1. Because he is locked in his vision, in his dream. What he sees is probably a burning building and everything outside is falling down. He's in that building. He's stuck. So he is stunned 1. That's the effect of that. And in case you're curious what stunned is, you cannot act while stunned. Stunned usually includes a value, 1 in this case, which indicates how many total actions you lose from being stunned. So he'll lose an action. When you regain actions, reduce the number you regain by your stunned value. Then reduce your stunned value by the number of actions you lost, blah, blah. If stunned has a duration instead of a value, you lose all your actions for the listed duration. This has a listed duration, so he has no actions. Okay? But it will last a certain length of time. In this case, well, I'm not going to say. Okay? And then she fades from view.
Howard.
Valafor, you're up next.
I just took away my stun condition.
Okay. Lofter, your stun should remain.
It removed it, but I'll put it back on.
Yes.
That's why I'm stunned. Okay.
That's Valafor we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Not me.
He can't take any actions
Yeah.
for a listed length of time.
Yeah.
So he's done. We're going to go to Lofter. What do you do, Lofter?
See, I'm going to step forward next to Agatha. Oh, it's paused.
Yep, sorry.
Sorry. gonna check here on Agatha. Let's see, is she conscious?
Yeah.
She is, okay.
She's conscious still.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna give her guidance. So that's 2, and then raise my shield. And just be in a protective mode. That'll be my turn.
Agatha, you're up.
If you cast guidance, I don't see it on their left.
Oh, sorry about that. There you go.
First action, you're going to do a seek action.
Make a blind perception roll. Tell me where. Either a radius around you of, I think it's 15 feet, or a cone that's 15 feet.
Radius.
Okay, go for it. Make a perception roll. Blind.
Rolling cup.
Nothing. You see nothing. But you feel the breeze, the dark, feels like death as it whips through this corridor. You done?
Going to do 2 actions and cast. Where is it? Life Draining Roots in the direction that she saw Balcora.
Thorny roots erupt from your hands in a targeted cascade, puncturing creatures in the way of your growth and revitalizing you. You deal damage to creatures in the line. Basic reflex save. Hit points. Creature in the line. Okay, let me make a roll. To see if that line actually cuts through there. If it's there. Okay, the spell goes off. But you don't seem to be gaining any energy. So you won't gain any hit points. And you're not sure if anything was actually dealt. So just to talk mechanical here, the way this works, it's a line that you put on the map or in the battle area. There's no actual target. So because the creature might be invisible, who knows? Can't see it. There has to be a flat check to see if she can do this. She tells me where. It's a guess. If it's there, I would make a secret roll, or I wouldn't. It all depends. I'd tell you I'm making a roll because you don't know. And if it's okay and it's there, it would affect... The spell would actually go off. She'd get healing in this case, and there would be damage inflicted. In this case, Agatha, you don't feel that you've done any damage, and you don't feel any hit points come back to you, essentially. So, for all intents and purposes, you missed. That's what you get from it.
Last thing she does, she's just going to look at Lofter and go, "We need to get out of here, now."
Okay, Bjorn, you're up.
Yeah. One action, pull my healer's tools out of my belt pouch, and I'm going to step Bjorn's going to kind of slide around Cadwin for a moment until I get on the other side of Martova, and then battle medicine Martova.
Okay, go for it.
With assurance, so 2d8 plus 10 Martova, take 20 points of healing, and I do believe that removes your wounded condition as well.
Yeah.
And that's all Bjorn can do.
Alright, let's go back here. What were you dying to?
Yeah.
Alright, so your dying condition is removed, and you should go to Wounded 1 now.
Yeah.
And, I wonder if that requires a second application of the treat wounds to get rid of the wound. Because you're using it at the same time. So it's kind of like, wouldn't that, like you suggested, negate being wounded at all?
That's what I was thinking, because
That's what I'm
basically
thinking,
all
too.
battle medicine is it's a treat wounds for combat, and treat wounds removes the wounded condition. So
I don't
that
think it
won't-
gets rid of wounds. I think it says that in the description.
As it says at the bottom of the last line of the description, says this does not make them immune to or otherwise count as treat wounds.
Yeah. It doesn't remove the wounded value. That's battle medicine. Doesn't work that way. So you're wounded 1. Okay. So you're no longer dying. You've got some hit points back, so you're conscious, so you're no longer unconscious. But you are prone, and you are wounded 1. All right, so that's okay. Well done, Kyle. Anything else?
Nope. One action to pull, one action to move, one action to treat wounds.
Cadwin, you're up. You guys got beat up here. Pretty bad.
At this point, Cadwin's not sure what to do. He knows that they need to get out of the room. He doesn't want to abandon his friends that are still there. So essentially, he'll basically look to him and urge them, "Come on, guys, we've got to get out of here. This is not our fight. This is not the place to be." And he'll take a 5-foot step, just right in here. Take a step out of the room.
Take a stride.
There you go. And he'll wait to shut the door after the last person's out.
Okay. Now, the start of round 2. The flow of that cold air through this tunnel begins to die down. You hear a laughter echoing off the cavern walls and slowly getting further and further away, laughing at you. You fools. Until it dissipates. You all stand there kind of frozen like, after about 10 seconds, you all feel fairly confident that whatever that was, the danger has passed. So we're going to end this encounter.
Bjorn's going to run to Valafor and try to shake him out of the haze that he's in. Yeah. As soon as he gets done, like, cinching the bandage on Martova, as soon as he sees that she's starting to wake up a little bit, Bjorn will go back in.
After about a minute of running around doing this stuff, Valafor seems to shake himself out of this stunned condition, so remove it completely. All he can describe is being trapped in this room with fire and darkness all around him. And you all seen this. The only exception is the very devout dwarf. You had no visions of this apocalypse, Cadwin, so strong is your faith. But everyone else had this vision. Particularly Martova and Valafor.
Martova.
It shook you to your soul. Your faith was brought into question. Martova. It's all for naught.
Martova would probably use something to stand up, so in that way she's not down there on the floor.
Cadwin would help her up if she needed it.
And once she stood up, she kind of looked at Cadwin, and then just very very shakily walked back into the chamber where everybody else was, most likely traumatized out of her mind.
Yeah, that shook you.
Yeah, Bjorn kind of motions for Lofter and Agatha to come back down as he sees Martova coming back in.
Yeah.
You owe me another ale, girl.
Agatha's...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Agatha's gonna be, like, clinging on to her staff, like her legs are shaking badly, just completely pale. Her eyes are glued in the direction that she saw the apparition.
Yeah, Lofter will help escort her to the rest of the group.
Yeah. Dizzy, you better pay attention where your token is. Alright, so you've all gathered together. If you want, you got a little time here if you want to heal or do anything else. It seems like a good time to do it. There's silence in the air. All you hear is the dripping of water along the walls, and that's about it.
Agatha's gonna use natural medicine on herself and on Lofter.
Treat wounds?
Bjorn will kind of look to Martova. Martova, do you have any spells left?
And she simply nodded. She's not gonna say anything.
Can I trouble you for a heal? For all of us.
And she nodded again. So,
Go ahead.
let me see here. Alright.
Kedowin, did you receive treat wounds?
Would it be the 3-action heal?
I believe I did. That's how I got rid of the
Okay.
Yeah, Bjorn
Yeah.
treated wounds name after the combat there.
Okay.
And yeah, Martova, you just hit the 3-action button.
I'm
I
back.
place the-
Okay.
Do I place like the 30-foot emanation or just roll damage?
Roll
less
healing.
heal?
Just roll it. Don't worry about the emanation. I could guess it.
Alright. 21.
Cattle will kind of stand there and look around to everybody one at a time. So what's the plan? What do we do from here?
We need to fall back out of here.
First, fill in, Jesse. What happened?
Alright,
Yeah.
Jess, well, we saw the apparition of Belcora, and she casted a spell on top of us, and yeah, that was not a good thing. I used your hero point because you got the kill on the o-Wisp, actually. And but you failed the reflex save, so you took like 80 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So essentially what happened, Jesse, is just as you finished off this floating o-Wisp and killed it off, it was great. All the others started gathering together, a little healing, and all of a sudden there was a cold breeze that filled the chamber that you're currently in. And there was a rumble that you felt before, under the ground, under your feet. Things began to shake. Things got very worrisome. Then all of a sudden, at the very top of the steps, where only Agatha was close by, everybody else was kind of hunkered down near the south port of the room and the door, there she appeared, laughing at you. And I'll show it again so Jesse can see, if I can. Where is it? Where is she? She's gone! Where did she go? Anyway, an apparition of what looked like an evil, evil woman. Could it be Belcora? Who's to know? She had long, flowing gowns. She was somewhat translucent, although you could see little bits of color in her apparition. She appeared the size of a little taller than a normal human at the top of these steps. Close by was Agatha, only 10 feet away from it. And it laughed, and all of a sudden your mind was transported to some nightmarish scene. Perhaps it was Atari. Perhaps it was Absalom. But whatever it was burning. The skies were black, fire was everywhere, and you in particular were trapped in a building. You couldn't get out. Your mind was stuck in this apocalyptic vision, this nightmare. So effectively you were stunned, but you couldn't take any actions during your turn as this apparition appeared. So you were totally helpless at this stage. And after it done its dirty work, it laughed at you all and disappeared. And this is what you were awoken to. Bjorn's there shaking you and slapping you across the face. Wake up, man! And you wake up and you see your friends all gathered around you. Martova was felled. She fell to the ground from this. She faced a similar fate as you, except she had perished. She was dying too from a critical fail on her save, from whatever visions this nightmare was putting in your heads. So that's what just transpired. And you're now gathering yourself all over again in this chamber, doing some healing. God, that was a close one.
Maybe too close.
Indeed, we need to fall back out of here.
Yes, you do.
You gained 21 laughter.
Thanks.
How long before we can rest again?
Oh, God.
That ain't gonna happen. You have to, let's see, you woke at 1500 hours. It's currently 2000, almost 2100 hours. So another 6 hours minimum before you can sleep again.
Okay.
So are you all going to head back to that main room where the dwarf is? Are you going back in there?
Yeah.
All right, let's move everybody in that chamber. You're slamming the door behind you as you try and think about your next move. You're not looking good. Everybody's drained of resources. The door is shut. Let me bring your pet in, Lofter.
You did it to me again, Fred.
Oh, I created duplicates?
Yeah.
Damn it. Sorry, Kyle.
I gotta refresh, Jess. Give me 1 sec.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. It's comical at this point. Really is.
It is. The old duplication. Let me see. Do we want to go to a party token? Do we want to do that? You guys got to move yourself. Because there's too many of you. I can't do it all. I'll just leave you on the map.
Might as well do a party token at this point.
You want the party token?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, it's not like we're all not going in the same direction.
Yeah.
What did it do to the hawk? Didn't bring him in. It left him out. Won't bring him in. Oh, he's not in the party group token thing. Let me put him in there. That's my fault. It didn't pull him in because I don't have him in the party token thing.
Gotcha.
We need a light source.
Yeah.
What, you got your glowing spell?
Yeah.
There you go.
Doesn't she?
That reminds me, I'm gonna put my torch back on my inventory.
We don't see the token.
You guys can't see the token?
Nope.
The torch token?
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
see it.
no, nothing.
Oh, great.
I see it in my hawk.
Yeah, it's there. Nobody can see it for some reason, so I'll take everybody out. I guess we're having issues tonight.
Now we can see.
Yeah. Alright, let's get back to this. You just have to move your tokens when we're doing stuff. Alright, so...
As everybody kind of gathers themselves, Bjorn will head over to the only door we haven't been down. take a listen at it as well.
You hear nothing. That was the door that you heard slithering, I think. This time you don't hear anything, Bjorn. Is anybody else searching the room, doing anything?
Agatha is.
I think Martova's too scared out of her mind to even do anything.
Yeah, that was a close call. First time back in a long time, and you were brought to death's door. It's like, I'm not going to move.
Yeah, I think I might move again. I might just end up getting dying 3.
Blind perception for anyone searching the room.
Seems like death runs in the family.
Take a look, Jeff.
You said blind perception?
Check my inventory.
Blind perception.
See if I got any healing potions. I'm going to chug them.
You got 3.
I'm going to chug 2 of them.
Rolling come.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Cadwyn's going to go over to Martova and use treat wounds.
Okay.
Finally, I won't be wounded.
While all this is happening, the witch is searching the room for anything of interest, along the walls in particular where you see murals, strange wavy-like designs. Where you're standing right now, Agatha, there's like an indention in the wall, well hidden around a swirl of these designs in the wall. As you reach in, you can actually feel what looks like a doorknob.
She instantly reaches out to Laughter, like almost like a death grip, and she's like yanking him over towards her. And she's like, "I think I can open this thing."
Careful, last.
Looking close, Laughter, you can see that right where her hand is, this little indention carved into the wall, there looks like a little door handle, a little knob that you would turn. Right where she's standing. It's certainly well hidden. Do you turn the knob?
She's gonna let everybody else know while Laughter's staying close to her.
You guys are
that
so cautious. Come on, turn the freaking knob.
We've had trapdoors down here. You know.
Yeah, there you go. Check for traps.
think-
Check for traps. There you go.
I think if somebody in the party dies from, like, 80 mental damage, I think I'd be cautious too.
Well, Bjorn, you're searching. You haven't seen any indication of any traps in this room, although you haven't really looked in detail where she's looking. Agatha, you are searching for traps as you do all this stuff, so you don't see
correct.
any indication of traps here.
Okay.
So if it is actually a doorknob, which it seems to look like, it doesn't seem to be a trick or some type of trap.
She's gonna slowly take her hand off of Loeffler. Brace your other... she's gonna brace her other hand against the door as she's still holding the doorknob. With one deep breath, she's gonna slowly turn it.
Excellent, excellent. Give yourself a hero point, please. Taking risks. There you go. That's what this is about. Give yourself a hero point, Dizzy. As you turn, suddenly the wall begins to be a door. You can push in. As you turn the knob, you can push the door, and it begins to move just like as if it was a door. And there you see, you can barely see at this stage, but it looks like some type of corridor. stretching to the west into the darkness. So whoever has some light.
That's inconspicuous.
She's gonna glance at Lofter and Bjorn. She's gonna take a step back so those two can step in if they want.
Bjorn will, because he's got the light on the gauntlet.
There you go. You can shed light. Because as far as you can see, this 5-foot wide corridor just stretching to the west. As far as you can see.
Should we prepare ourselves to go down this way?
I got your back. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Bjorn will move in.
Me up
Where do you want to be, Jess?
right behind you.
Gotcha.
I have your marching order here. Valafor is right behind Bjorn. I've got it. The only thing I don't have is where Lofter is, but as you begin to move down this corridor, it just goes on and on and on until, Bjorn, what you see is a set of spiral steps that descend deeper underground. Obviously, extreme danger lies ahead down this path. Extreme danger.
Lofter's going to take the back. The rest of you coming?
What is your next move for the group, Bjorn?
Yeah, Bjorn will kind of look down the spiral. And he's actually going to back away from it. And he's going to look to Valafor. We're too beat up to continue on down. If this continues to go down, it could go down to another level.
I do believe we need to heal. We're going to be into a fight. You better be ready.
Indeed, and right now we are
About for so.
Indeed, and we are not prepared for that fight.
Maybe we could check out that door to the south.
This is for that tree wound I did on Moldova. Healed 19 points.
I'm moving you again, Bjorn. I think it's going to create a duplicate.
It didn't this time. It didn't.
Well, as soon as I take my finger off the mouse button, it's probably going to create a duplicate. Let me put it right over top of where you are. And then see what happens. Did it?
Nope. Nope.
I got to stop doing that.
And but Bjorn will come out and he'll look down around to the rest of them. It's a passage leading down. I don't think we're equipped enough to handle what lies below. We should continue to fight our peer.
Agreed. If we continue the way we're going, we're going to be out. We're going to be out of spells, out of anything, and we're going to be at the mercy of whatever or whoever that was. So
we need to find a space where we can hide.
She did not look merciful.
No, she did not. And Bjorn will walk past Lofter to the southern door. Let's head this way for now. See if we can find something suitable.
Bjorn, wait.
If you remember, there's a room to the southeast where we fought those creatures. We should all be able to rest in there and be able to secure it.
It's a pretty small room.
We got 6 hours to kill.
And as Agatha says wait, Bjorn will look over to her.
What did it look like down that hallway? Do you remember?
Yes. It was just a long hallway and a set of spiraling steps going down.
Will you be willing to allow me to go further down in there and just glance around the corridor to see if I can find anything?
Not by yourself.
She'll glance around the room, see if she can find somebody that could possibly guard her.
I'll go with you. Martova, can you And Cadwin, can you...
All right, wait a minute. Wait. We're not splitting the party. Not again. Before stopping you both.
Nope.
Listen, we either go together or we don't go.
Then we all
It's a
go.
bad idea.
I don't think going down is very wise at the moment.
No sense getting us in trouble over when we're not ready.
Martova.
Martova's just staying deadly silent, just staring at the wall in front of her. She's trying to figure out what to do, given that she wants to go down herself. Like, she wants to go down this hallway, down the stairs. But she's scared of the idea that what happened will happen again, and she'll face an unfortunate fate once again.
If only Cypher was here and could turn invisible.
Indeed, that would be quite the mercy, but for now we'll have to make do with what we have. Let's press on away to the south.
It's hard to find a way to interject, but I am here.
I set it up
Everybody.
for you! Like, I set it up for you! Like, come on now!
You're like,
I don't even know if I'm in the party or if I'm in the safe room. Otherwise, they're like, chin up, guys. I've been here the whole time. Invisible, in fact.
I saw her in the VC. I was just like, should I say anything? Should I just let her say something herself?
Just timed it perfectly.
You guys were just really into it, and I'm like, I'll just sit quietly. There's a lot of people on today.
Good to see you again.
Right back at ya.
Get that gorgeous elf in here, we need her.
Tosses her hair back and forth. You called for me?
Yeah, like she walks in, we're all beat up and dead.
You've decided to gather yourselves up and head to the southwest, where you're at a door. There is a door in the middle of the room, a secret door that Agatha found that seems to lead to the lower levels. So it's noted on your map, secret door. You decided to go to the southwest instead. And so we will do. Alright, Barn, you open the door?
Yeah, Bjorn will open the door. Swords are on and ready.
5-foot wide corridor goes about 10 feet and turns to the east. You also see a door about 10 feet from you, where you're currently standing in the portal, on the east wall, only 10 feet away. As you move through the corridor and come to this door, looks like a normal latched door. You don't see any traps, Agatha. You don't see anything. Bjorn? Looks safe. Do you pull the latch?
Yeah. Bjorn will pull the latch and slowly open it.
A drab chamber lies in front of you, Bjorn, containing a few bedrolls, a box with several earthen mugs setting on top of it. A desk holds stacks of paper.
Bjorn will move and investigate the beds. He wants to, he's kind of looking around, kind of seeing if any of the dust has been disturbed, anything under the beds. He's kind of actually going so far as kneeling down and kind of taking his longsword and poking up underneath every bed to see if there's anything there.
Agatha, what about you? You're searching. Are you entering the chamber?
She'll be behind him.
Alright, so you're both entering the chamber. What about the rest of you?
I'll
We
stay
have
in the corner, and just peer down and
Okay.
watch. Keep an eye out for trouble.
Alright, I'll describe what you see in a second. You have dark vision too.
We have that door behind us that we came through.
You want it shut?
keep that open or shut? Thoughts?
Shut it.
All right.
There you go. Let me read this. All right. Bjorn, getting back to you. You're searching the bedrolls, the whole room, or are you just focused on these bedrolls?
The bedrolls and the walls that the bedrolls are on.
Okay. Agatha, you're just generally searching this chamber.
She's searching the desk.
All right. You're searching the desk specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Bjorn, you don't find anything. No coins, nothing. It looks like these bedrolls have been used. Even recently. There's about 8 of them. But nothing of value. As far as you're concerned, Agatha, what you find on the desk is maps. Lots of maps. Very familiar maps, as they map regions of this very level. And what looks like below.
She'll call softly to Bjorn, motion him over.
Of particular note, on the map that seems to represent where you are currently standing, where you were, those steps where possibly Belcor or this apparition appeared, on that area there, it shows these glowing, it looks like they're glowing, it shows skulls, little round circles with eyes in them. They look like skulls floating around. Very familiar, as you met those o-Wisps here. Across from that room, I'll reveal that on the map here to show that you know that, although it really doesn't matter at this stage. I'm hitting the wrong button here, sorry. There. So if you look at the map, you'll see some notes that I put on the map.
See.
Let me see. Up by the docks, where you parked your boat, there is also something drawn. Let me put that on the map. Interestingly, you don't see the secret door that you found, Agatha, on this map. But yeah, there's some notes that was revealed there. So, and a little bit of what's lying below. Let me actually write a note here in my journal. Of course, you don't know what these areas are representing. But you do see some rooms mapped out. And let me take a quick look at the map here. See if you might know something. Yes. That set of spiraling steps that descended down, Bjorn, as you look at the map, since you were the one looking down these steps, you see that there is some rooms coming off of those steps. So you kind of have an idea of what lies below those steps. You see several rooms mapped out.
Okay. As Bjorn's looking at it, could he see whether or not it's connected to this level or deeper down below?
Well, it would have to be connected to this level. That's what the steps are. They're all connected through the steps. Yeah, it's a lower level.
Agatha's gonna look at Bjorn. Well, seems like you got what you wanted.
Yeah, you
It's a good thing
see,
we did not go down there.
you see about 4 rooms mapped below this. So whatever was making these maps, sleeping here, whatever, they knew what lies below. There's something down there coming off those steps. Several rooms are mapped out for you. So what I'll do is, if you actually go down there, well, they'll be revealed to you, one way or the other.
Though Agatha's gonna point out to Bjorn on the one map, she's gonna go, that secret door that we found, that's not on any of these maps. It's almost as if they were trying to either intentionally trying to keep that door hidden, or the original designer made sure nobody knew about it.
Bjorn will kind of take one of the map pieces and he'll hold it so that way everybody can see. We found gold, it would seem.
Is there anything else on that desk Agatha can find that sticks out?
No.
Okay.
A lot of maps and notes. Probably used by these cultists. It's the only thing you've actually encountered down here is these cultists. And the o-Wisps. I don't think they draw things.
That would actually make sense, concerning how many cultists they had to deal with, and then the one room that had more in it.
Cypher, you see into the blackness. It goes about another 10-15 feet. You see a door to the north. The corridor continues to the south, so it turns to the south and disappears out of your sight. But there is a door in the north wall about 15 feet away from you.
This place really is turning into more and more like a labyrinth.
You want to sneak down there?
Of course she's gonna sneak down there. She's gonna look at the door. Yeah, she tiptoes her way over.
There's a door. Would you like to listen at the door? Occult,
Yeah.
right? Investigation occult?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, if you want to listen, you can do it. Blind perception. You hear voices. What do you speak in languages?
Common, Dwarven, Elven, Gnomish, Sakroth.
Okay. Someone's speaking Sakroth. It sounds like there's 2 individuals having a conversation in Sakroth. Although you can hear them, the words are muffled. You can barely make out an occasional word like trouble. Can't be. Faith. Whatever that means.
I tiptoe my way back to the corner to the others. I say, keep it down. You know we're not alone down here. In fact, I've heard 2 others just at the northern door towards the corner of the hall here.
cultists, you think?
That's my guess.
Well then, and he looks to Valifor. Should we go enlighten them?
Let's find out what they're talking about. Let's get them.
Yeah, Bjorn will start heading down that way once everybody's gathered up.
Quick reference, Agatha would have gathered up all the maps and stuffed it in her her one pocket.
Make a journal entry, call it maps, and add it to your inventory.
Got it.
In fact, I don't know if it's going to be that important, but put a... Call it Caligny map.
Bjorn will approach the door and kind of look back to everybody else and whisper, Reggie.
Valifor's already reaching for the door.
Kick the door in.
Let's do this.
Kick it in.
Crash, the door goes in. There you see, in the corner, the far corner, this individual seems to be surprised. Who are you? She says. She's the same complexion as the others, these pale, pasty, humanoid-like individuals known as Caligny. She obviously looks like someone of some repute here, with her pointy little hat and long red and black robes. Okay, we're gonna roll initiative.